Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really do appreciate your presence, for taking some time to share this time. It means more than I can actually tell you, literally and figuratively, because I can't tell you how much it means to me right now, because this is technically mildly in the past. But we are here now. So, this is something me and Kira actually had a talk about very recently. We had to talk about very recently how coming together in this space is something that I believe continues, even when we're not actually physically here in time or space. This space is still here, regardless of time and space. Cable, dude, it's been a while. Cable, love, silence, awareness. Thank you for the love, Cable. Thank you for being here with us as well, Lisa, my beloved friend. We have a Kiki, with her shenanigans again. She wants me to throw this ball, but she wants to make sure that I want. She wants to make sure that I think that I don't, or that she doesn't want me to throw the ball. Okay, I won't throw the ball. Okay, I won't. She's just chilling, gonna press it up against me. No, so you do want me to throw the ball? Oopsie daisy. Okay, on to Hey, Cable, it's nice to have you here, dude. Lisa, it's nice to have you here as well, my friend. And hey, Soviet Canada, how are you doing, dude? Now that we're here, we can actually chat about why your phone just locked you out. Did you enter your password incorrectly? How did that happen, dude? Do tell. I'm in school right now. Maybe, I don't know, if you should be here then, dude. Do you have earphones in? I'm kissing you through the screen right now. Thank you for the kisses, Cable. I appreciate that. I was always there, Melt. Oh, I know, Cable. It was just, it is nice to hear your words as well, dude. Not just to feel your presence and love, but to hear your words permeating from that source as well. Is your answers, the ones that you gave, silence, love, and awareness, are those your, what did I use? Default state? Is that the word I used? I think so. Hey Nate, thank you for joining us, dude. How are you doing, my friend? How are you feeling? Tell us as well, actually, Cable. How have you been, dude? How's life been treating you? How close is your... Is it an ex? If it is mutual, I guess still. How close is she to leaving, dude? How are you feeling, man? How have things been going? Hmm. Hmm. Yo. Okay. Man, sometimes there are these things worth saying that just kind of slap me around a little bit. And this is definitely one of those again today. How you define yourself. You create the parameters under which to constrain yourself. So simple, so quickly said, and yet has so many implications in day-to-day life and the way you kind of go about doing things, go about thinking about things, especially thinking about yourself. How you define yourself, you create the parameters under which to constrain yourself. To be one with the whole means to be the whole. As I am part of the whole, I am the whole. As the whole is part of me, the whole is me. Define yourself as extravagantly as you can, then you wouldn't be able to constrain yourself as a result of that. It is beautiful to be here, manifested as well. Thank you, my beloved Cable. I always answer your questions. I love them. And I love your questions as well and your answers. She is in Dutchland. I'm in Indialand. Ah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm guessing she has already departed in that state. My default state seems to be confusion. I mean, like, I'm going to I'm gonna say a bunch of things because I know you were just joking, Nate. But I still want to be a little bit serious about it, if you will. Technically, yes. You know, technically, your default state can be confusion. But instead of thinking of it as confusion, think of it as the not know mind. You know, it can be seen as the same thing, but the one is a more of an acceptance of that not knowing, of that confusion, instead of it being like a worry or an attachment or a stress as to that not knowing. One is vast, the other is constricted, right? Especially now that I'm talking about the way we define ourselves. Nate, don't define it as confusion, define it as not knowing. That's a good default state to because that means you're open to anything and everything, of course. My default state is vibration. On so many levels, that's true as well. Because in that way, in that analogy, if you will, or that saying, you could break down the thing that you think you are, the body that you have, down to the molecular level, and you will find that those molecules have a default state of vibration as well. That's really good, Melita. I like that so much, and thank you for joining us today, for sharing your insight with us. Oh, the default state is vibration. Ooh, I'm feeling a bunch of things about that as well, because the trip about vibration is the fact that it is it's a moving function. It's something that has these ebbs and flows. And those ebbs and flows put together in a series is basically what gets defined as this vibration. A singular thing with two poles. I like that. I do like that. Thank you, Melita. Man, that makes me feel something as well. Little bug flew into my water. I'm sure you didn't drink a lot, but I'm wondering what it is. It looks kinda what it would look like if a fly and a mosquito came together and they had very small babies. I want to show you, but I don't know if you'll be able to see him. I mean, a little bit. Someone someday will know what this little dude is, and he's like, oh man, you should have killed him because he's a pest to your environment, but I'll let him fly instead. Yes, very much so, right? Wow, it hit me, and I was waiting for more, but then it was just enough to be beautiful. Also, I'm learning to put more into one message for easy reading. Thank you, Cable. I appreciate that, dude. I do appreciate that. I don't worry too much about it being difficult to read. If anything, it just takes up more space on the actual screen. And then as an added thing is that some people can send messages in between, breaking up your message. I do try and like read them in a series way, if you will. My default state is bread. Man, I can't pull any what's the word? Inspiration, dude. Yes, I'm bread. Well, I mean, you are toasty. So technically, yes. I mean, I can't really argue with that, toasty. Default state is freaking bread. Nope. I cannot pull any cute things to say from that. Finally! Mommy, here we are again. Damn it. Marab. Marab? Mara? Maru? Maran? Maras? Damn it, dude. Like this is day two, you know. Like we're gonna do it today again, and then tomorrow maybe again, and then I'll never forget, dude. Thank you for joining us again, friend. It's nice to have you here. Speaking of bugs, is this stream bugging out for anyone else? I would not be surprised. Toasty, you know, anyone keep dropping? I think then it might be a Reddit. You know, just as a means to know, just to be sure. Yes, it's a pausing a bunch. Let's try and restart the stream, and then I'll come back in like a second, friends. Maybe it fixes it, maybe it doesn't. Thank you for joining us. Charles, it's so nice to have you here, my friend. Okay, okay. I'll see you in like a few seconds. I'm wasting precious time clicking on the wrong buttons. Kiki is just like dozing. Looks like a dead Doge. I'll show you in a bit. Oh, I've already copied it. Let's see. I think, I'm sure, I hope, I believe that it's going to work. While we wait for it to tune in, I do want to show you this little critter. He's like, what? Something's going on. Okay, enough of Kiki Cam. Let me get you set up again. Oh, damn it. I'll get you eventually. There we go. Oh, thank you for joining me again, friend. I'm not sure if it actually went live. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, it went live. And we're back, boys. Oh, there you are. Here we are again. Dude, you have to tell me again, mommy's pretty boy. Damn, it's still lagging. Then it's not my fault. Then it's Reddit's side. Bro, you're getting so fast at this. Interestingly enough, Toasty, I was not fast as I could have been. And I was actually talking about that in the doubt period. I was like, damn it, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Are you in limbo? Karam! Yes, damn it. It's an M at the end of it. Okay. I'm trying to attach more hooks in my brain. Mommy's pretty boy. Karam. Sounds kind of like Kratom. I don't know why that I'm thinking about that. I've never actually tried Kratom. I've heard a bunch of things about it online though. Karam. Okay, I think I've attached a bunch of things now, dude. Let's see if it sticks. I'm like throwing things at the wall, dude. Arpan, why? I feel if anything, Toasty, it's because Arpan or maybe the universe wants me to start streaming on other platforms as well. Yesterday, and I actually mentioned this to you, I thought my computer broke. So, like, we had a bout of rain yesterday, and the power kind of like dipped while I was transferring footage and stuff. And I came back to my computer in the BIOS screen. And to you friends who know something about computers, you know you don't want to really find your computer in the BIOS screen. You're like, So I kind of went through all of the settings, saw like my RAM speed and stuff are like, you know, appropriate. And then when I went to my hard drive location, whatever, you know, I was like, where the hell is my SSD? Why is my SSD not showing? So I kind of thought my SSD bonked out. And I was like, oh, seems I'm not going to be able to upload the video today. And then I like instantly started to reshape my entire understanding of how I'm going to continue doing this. I was like, oh, I don't have a computer anymore. At least for X amount of time I won't be having a computer, so I won't be able to upload the stuff. So I'll have to try and get this thing to go live, maybe on like YouTube as well at the same time, so that we can still upload the footage. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be forced to do this now. And now I feel like this is just again a call to awareness. It's like, hey dude, hey, Like I'm not really worried about anything as much as I just want it to be like something that will be stable. You know, footage taken with an actual camera is going to be, unfailable. It's going to do the thing that's supposed to do. It's going to be footage taken. Where something uploaded, stuff can go wrong. Then I won't have a recourse to get it back. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, if anything. Probably just overthinking it. Sames, we are in limbo. Hey, Karam, love. I hope it gets better, though, dude. I do hope it gets better. Awareness. Hey. I just had a boomerang effect of him grabbing his. Man, like as I. Oh, wait a second. So, you probably had like a little bit of a gap in between me stopping the stream and it starting back on again. And then as I was like taking the phone and ending it, I was also already going live again, so putting the phone back. Yeah, that's a trip actually. Sounds cool though. Thank you for joining me again, Charles. I appreciate you. And Steam gone. No, we're still here. Detach the hooks. No, dude, I have to like try and. So what I say with hooks is like, instead of just being like, oh, mommy's pretty boy is Karam. So it's like, mommy's pretty boy, like one kind of pattern in my head is then the second pattern, Karam. Now, instead of just being like, I'm like, oh, so mommy's pretty boy is Karam, kratom can be Karam, car ramming into something can be Karam. So I attach these different kind of like points so that I have more connections to this name so I can remember it more effectively. Let's just skip the stream and spend the time chatting here. I think like maybe Arpan bunked out for a second or something. Strange, because other people's streams are fine. I legit, dude, I feel it is just this call to awareness maybe. Like I don't know why I have as much resistance. I feel like there is part of me that also kind of worries about the bandwidth aspect of it. But our internet should be fine. I think it should be fine. Well, I like talking to you too, Mel. Thank you, my friend. Arpan can't handle your beautiful shirts, must be it. Twitch? Probably. The thing is, the app that I have can do it to more than one streaming platform at the same time. And that's the curious thing. That's why I'm considering it, especially. But I won't be able to read comments. It will be just like the same way that this camera is, but live. So like this look into the world, but it won't actually necessarily serve the function of a normal streaming phone, if you will. Twitch, I think Reddit is trying to break up our love festival. How freaking dare they? Both cable, YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, like why does it have to? I don't know, man. I like Reddit as a platform for the kind of people who come here, but perhaps I'm limiting myself and other people too. I was thinking about that as well, my friend. Like I love Arpan so much as a platform, and I don't see myself discontinuing streaming on Arpan because I do kind of like the format of the vertical Arpan stream as well. But if anything, to make it more of a comfortable watching experience, like the Arpan streaming experience or watching experience rather, can sometimes be a little bit abrasive, especially when it's like glitchy like that. Every 5 seconds is and then by the time you don't realize it, you're like 20 minutes behind on the actual what's happening, and then you're like, why is this happening? It's uncomfortable, dude. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Streaming as a service has been figured out so long ago as well. I think if anything, that's why people are getting kind of irritated, is because we know how to do streaming as humanity, as the tech world. It's not rocket science. It's fairly simple. Fairly simple. It's not that difficult. You know what? I feel like a feeling of washing the attachment I have for Arpan to be in the way that I want it to be away. Acceptance. Mm. Mm. Most definitely acceptance. The universe doesn't give a damn about us. It's not an entity. Come on. Yeah, that's true actually. In the same way that God wouldn't be an entity as well. We kind of have these conceptualizations in our head. And for the longest time, my conceptualization of God was this being, this man being that is in this place, and when I die, I go to that place, and then in that place, I'll meet that which is God. And it was such and is still, a confusing way to think about God, because it's so human. It's so human for us to think of God as this, king, this father, this ruler above us, when it can, at least in my way of seeing it now, can be seen as source and substance of what this existence is. Like even if the universe doesn't care about us, it cared about us enough to spawn us, or to create the conditions for us to be. And in that understanding, for me, like, I feel I have this love towards that idea of God. Not so much this deity that is apart from me, but this thing that I am very much a part of. In the same way that we're a part of just this universe. You don't have to even take away from just this universe. This universe is vast enough to encompass what we would think of as God as well. And then don't even get me to go into different dimensions. Like the math we use right now, we assume there are 10 dimensions plus a dimension of time, just for things to make sense. Yeah. It is so much more vast than just this physical plane of existence. God, that is, or the universe, or the source, or the all consciousness. Whatever word you want to add. Wow, is it working? I hope so. Cross stream? No, not for me. No, not for me. I'm not sure what you mean exactly. Back for me. I hope it works. I hope it continues to work. The universe is loving you through me right now, friend. This is the way. Literally. Literally. And thank you so much for saying that as well, Cable. Like, I didn't even think of that, but yeah, 100%. The universe doesn't have to be an entity to love you because there's Cable, or John, or Pete, or Lisa, or Toasty, or Melita. We're here to love one another. And it's taking that responsibility almost for yourself. If you think of yourself as a part of this whole, an integral part of this whole, even, not even just a part of it, but like an essential part to it. And then seeing the people around you as just as essential, just as important, just as lovable, and then taking the responsibility in your own life to love them. Not to expect some, external thing to love them, not to kind of chuck it up to, okay, they already have gotten their quota of love, if you will. To still continually, from yourself, flow outwards. Man, I've been thinking about what I think Aaron said yesterday. Love starts from you and flows outwards to others. Man, makes me feel things. I'm still stuck. I hope it gets better soon. I do hope so, Karam. Jump out and back in. That is usually the way to fix it. And we are back. We're back, Lisa. Todd is here as well. Reddit could decide to wipe the servers one day, lol. Yeah, Reddit can, but YouTube cannot. Well, I hope they don't, at least. I'm uploading them to YouTube at the moment. I don't have enough storage space to keep them either, so I'm doing well, Todd. Thank you so much for joining us, dude. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Happy Thursday from sunny Dublin. It's been a sunny day here in South Africa as well. Thank you for joining us, Mammy. It's so nice to have you here. The Pash is wild. Oh, yes. Very much so. Man, like it still has the smell it came with. You're like, melt? You don't wash your pashminas? Not that much. I'll do. But I haven't watched this one once at least. Man, I'm thinking about smell and what smell is and how it works, and the fact that whatever it is you're smelling is technically becoming a part of yourself. You know, for me at least, it's one of the reasons I get so freaking irked smelling things that is horrible. I'd rather see, feel, swim in something that's horrible than I have to smell it. And like smell and taste are very much closely interlinked to me as well. So it's like when I smell something horrible, I might as well be licking it, and it irks me. It drives me insane. How are you? I hope you're well. I understand better now. Thank you for enlightening me. What? Are you talking to me, Cable? You talking to me, dude? Beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. How's your day been? Stopping in for a second. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for joining us, even for a second, Lane. I hope you're having a good one as well, my dude. Cable Lane, looks like we've stabilized. There we go. I'm happy to hear that, actually. Must be like just one of those small issues. Maybe it's like some sort of handshake issue where it has to be streaming for a while before it actually works properly. No, we want comments because I love the interaction. Whoa. No, that'll be a bit sad because I love the interaction. We want comments. But if that is to be the way it is, I accept. I feel confused, dude. All good in Dublin, warm and sunny. I've got 30 minutes before I start dinner prep. What's for dinner tonight, actually, Mammy? Reading the comments is what makes the stream so special. Literally. This is exactly what it's about. I couldn't agree more, Charles. Because it's us coming together, right? It's not just a me thing. It's not just a you thing. Because otherwise you would be opening a notepad, typing messages to yourself, or I would be sitting without the camera or the stream live and, talking to the universe. This is something we now have, co-created. You came and gave your part, I came and gave my part, and now together we have what is this stream. And what's on for dinner today? I'm curious as well. What's in your menu? Agreed. Hi, Mammy. How are you? Hey, Pock. It's so nice to have you here again, friend. It's been a while. How's life been treating you? Where have you been? True facts. Mommy, I'm evolving, as always, but faster and faster, yet more aware of every second. Being aware of seconds. As I'm sitting here, they're just ticking by. And yet, I don't really feel so. What we would consider heaven or the next dimension, time is not really a construct. And everything is within inside of that time, or maybe everything inside of time is contained in that. How can you be aware of something when all of it is happening at the same time? Or are you aware of everything at the same time? Just imagine how vast your mind must be to have all of the happenings in time condensed into now. What an absolute potent drop-off experience that must be. Goodness, very much so. I've made fish cakes today, so they are in the fridge setting. In the fridge setting? Like, are you putting them in the fridge so that they can thaw? Or do you have them in the oven or the microwave on the fridge setting so they can thaw in that? Compy, how are you? There we go. Would you believe if I said I felt the acceptance coming? I could see it in the corners of your face. It had to be that way, dude. It has to be that way. Acceptance. There's something I heard today, as I was listening to stuff again. And he said, fear is the utilization of faith for evil. And when he said that, I was like, whoa, hold up. What the fuck? You're right. Fear is the utilization of faith for evil. Because in a state of fear, you're believing evil is going to be the thing that happens. Right? Think about what I'm trying to say right now. You're festering this faith, this belief, this understanding, this acceptance of inside of yourself that this thing you're scared of is something that's gonna happen or could potentially happen. That really kind of shook me. I was like, damn. I've been talking about, fear and judgment as opposed to love and forgiveness, but I've never thought about fear in that context as a literal use of the power that we've been given. The use to be faithful to something or be hopeful of something, and to use that power for evil. Because technically you're not the one doing the evil, but you are almost serving the evil by being in a state of fear. Because you're in the same way that you would be faithful to a religion or a lover, you're faithful to this idea that something bad is going to happen. And I was like, fuck, brain is just exploding. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. I feel like I'm trying to easing my toes into getting it, but I'm still a little bit intimidated. It's a good way to be. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. As always, keep evolving, learning and moving. Hoo-wee, them vibrations. You can embed information in vibrations as well. Can you embed evolution in vibrations? Yeah. Depends on what you would characterize as evolution inside of a vibration. But if you characterize a certain set of conditions as an evolution, and then you basically add a function that gradually gets it to that point, even if that point be something that's infinite, then yes, your vibrations can have evolution as well. Doing great. Made, what's that word? Kanteralpage yesterday with faster botternost. I have no idea what both of those things mean, but they sound amazing, friend. Do you eat them? Made yesterday with, I'm guessing it's something you eat. Botternost. Faster botternost. And kanjapa. Kanteralpage. I don't know that word. Kanterlapage and Vaster Botternost. Botternost. Sounds like food. Sounds delicious. Please do tell us what that is actually. I know, right? The interaction is beautiful. Every person expressing here adds something special. Literally adds you. You are the thing that's special. The words you choose to say, I genuinely believe is like this, bubbling from the core of who you are into the physical plane of existence. It is you using the divinity of your consciousness and your awareness and the power of your body and mind to project into this universe a message. Be it as something arbitrary or as like a how are you, or be it a massive philosophical debate. It's the same energy you use to create both. I'm curious as to why some words carry more power than others now. Maybe it's the arrangement of the vibrations. Maybe they amplify one another. Same energy, same vibration, just filtered and perfected, maybe? I'm curious. Yes, precisely. But I still like my warm blanket from time to time. Very much so, dude. And, going to your warm blanket from time to time contains no shame within it as well. Because if you and you can, there's nothing wrong with that either. But if you align yourself with just the serious, just the critical, just this, for instance, idealization of maybe what you have to do as a career choice, and you strip yourself completely of the rest of your experience, be it friendships, be it relationships, be it your warm blanket, you're going to be taking parts of life away from yourself. And then no matter how much you attain in that pursuit of, this is the thing, this is the only thing I want, let's say my career, this is the only thing I want, and I'm going to neglect all of this life experience so that I can pursue just this thing, even if that thing gives you everything, everything that you wanted, you're still going to be lacking of all of this experience that you took away from yourself in the pursuit of that everything that you wanted. And that's the trip. That is literally the paradox of this existence. How you both lose things by trying to attain certain things, and you gain things by stopping to try and attain certain things. And it's literally just trying to find the balance in that whole spectrum of give and take. Focus and defocus. Pinpoint consciousness or vast consciousness. Knowing and not knowing. Being and knowing. It is too infinite for me to try and imagine right now. It's still warm. Oh, yummy! I must take it myself soon. I love chanterelles, like gold nuggets fried in butter. I guess giving me a little bit of a hint, but I'm still not sure exactly what it is. I find a lot of the time when people talk about the will of reality, they will say things like the universe wants to do this or that, and people get tripped up on that. They can't get past the use of the personification in scientific terms. I think so as well, very much so. Toasty. And like the thing I feel about saying something like the universe wants X or Z, technically I could say I want it as well. But me as an expression of this universe, it's the universe that wants it, right? You can't argue that, because at what point does the universe start and I stop? There is no point at which that happens. So if there is a want of inside of my, be it my bodily or my egoic or my spiritual consciousness, then obviously it's a want of the whole. That is up for interpretation, like we still have to be responsible and conscientious about the things that we want, and we have to ask ourselves if we want those things because of our animalistic natures or because it's something that will serve the whole. But yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I accidentally threw her ball into the brush. Well, it's not really brush, it's like little those fluffy plants behind me. Oh, okay, she's actually going into it. Let's see if she's gonna get it. I'm waiting for the bell to cling-a-ling. We'll see. You're very right, Toasty. You're very right, man. I literally couldn't sleep yesterday out of excitement for today's stream. I've been waiting for it all day, so thank you for making this such a special time. Thank you, Karam. This is exactly what it's about, my friend. It makes me so happy to know that you are appreciative and excited to be in this space with us. Like, that's exactly why we do it every single day. And no, I want to give you the reins of this as well. If you can't be here, if you can't show up, if you're, gone for a year at a time, know that when you come back, you'll be received with open arms and be happy to be welcomed again, friend. Like, there is no obligation to be here. We're here because we want to be here. Morning to you as well, Hankster. Thank you for being here, or Hankstar. Hankstar, thank you for joining us. How are you doing, friend? I think I asked you yesterday, but I don't know if you actually told me. If you're still here, that is. I love listening to Mouth every day. I love having you here every day, Mammy. You're such a blessing. You too, Charles. Edmund? Where is Edmund? I can't see Edmund's messages. Nani? I can see your messages tagged, but I can't see his actual messages. Hey, Edmund. Oh, no, there it is. I'm just spacing. It's directly under Hanks. Edmund, it's so nice to have you here, my dude. How are you feeling, dude? How are you feeling? Coco. Corey. Hey, Estian. I'm sorry I don't get so much, but I'm glad to see you on here. You see? That exactly, Corey. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm happy that I said what I just said. There is absolutely no obligation to be here. You know, it makes me so happy, especially when friends haven't been here in a while and they pop in and it's like almost the exact energy or feeling or message or discussion that they were looking for in their lives at that moment. And I feel like, in a way, it's almost, and this might be counterintuitive for me to say as well, especially, you know, knowing what it is we're doing here. Like, I feel almost more proud, more happy, more ecstatic about the prospect of someone not being here for like a long time and then being able to come back and receive this positive energy, almost be reminded again of this positive energy in the world, because that's what it's about, right? We're here to remind each other that love is true, and we do that every single day. I'll keep doing it every single day, at least. Like, yeah, obviously the universe doesn't have a will, but it has movement and it's scientifically predictable. So we use terms like the universe wants to just explain how science moves. Yeah, actually, on that note as well, thank you for bringing that to my attention, Toasty. You can kind of argue that the fundamental laws of our universe is its will. Because if it wasn't for these fundamental laws of the universe, things wouldn't turn out in the way they did. We wouldn't have the Earth, we wouldn't have our biosphere as it is right now if it wasn't for the fundamental laws of the universe to kind of get us to the point where we are right now. So I completely agree, Toasty. The universe wants us to be here. I 100% feel that. Edmund, hey Edmund. Plus, he's got the moves too. Am I right? I don't know about that, Quap. I don't know about that. Thinking of you, Mel certainly has the moves. What's up to you, my funky brother? I'm doing well. I'm doing so well, friend. Or Wayne style. How are you doing? How's life been treating you? Mrs. A calling on B as well. You here, friend? Maybe not just yet. The unique small individual have a very special thing to sense. The unique smell individuals have is a very special thing to sense. The unique smell individuals have. So there's two ways to interpret that message, Melita. The one is the smell of an individual is something special, or the smell of an individual, like the smell the individual has, is something special. But now I'm thinking about just the smell of the actual individual, like smelling a person, and how that can be something special as well. Weirdly enough, women can gauge just by smell, like they gave women like a t-shirt smell test, and they can gauge just by smell whether or not they would find a man attractive or not. I mean, what? Excuse me? Yeah, that's a thing as well. So I do think about that a lot, Melita. Tapping you on the shoulder too. This was in regard to the hook name thing. I think so as well. Oh, me enlightening you. Thank you, Cable. Like, I do think it's a good way of thinking about it. And I'm happy that I could have enlightened you in that way. Acceptance. The direct hit. Thank you for being here. I cannot tell you exactly how or why, but your energy is remarkably calming. You have a wonderful gift. Thank you so much, Direct Hit. Like, I just thank you. I appreciate you sharing your energy with me as well. It's a little silly dog. You silly dog, you. And you're most welcome, beautiful soul. There we go. Like, friend, I just want to focus on you again. I don't know if you're still here, Direct Hit, but I'm so grateful for you, friend. Know that the reason we can be calm in this space is because we come here with intention. There's so much chaos out in the world right now. I think we owe it to ourselves to have a place in which we can be calm a little bit. Edmund, Mammy, you have summoned me. Thank you for being here with us, Candace. Of course we want to summon you. You are such a blessing to have here. How have you been? How has life been treating you? How is your project coming along? Candace has been designing a logo for a cannabis company. I guess I can say that. And it's been mind-blowing watching her progress and seeing how she's been developing it. She's really talented. To you friends curious, type in u/Viking Queen, spelled queen with threes. The E's in the queen, spell it with threes. Hit up Viking Queen and get yourself something drawn. I'm guaranteed you'll be blown away. And what I was sad but accepting about, the daily makes all the contact wisp away. Oh, and the delay makes all the context wisp away. Unfortunately, that sometimes does happen, Cable. And it's like I feel sometimes I'm like overusing my brain to try and like contain all of the context of the previous things said and then the comments that come along with it. But then sometimes the thing I'm talking about right now has some sort of correlation to the thing that's being said, even though the thing was said a little bit, you know what I'm talking about. It's a constant melting, you know, just like a fluid motion of stream. Working on my octopus painting today. Hopefully I get it finished. Like, yeah, that is, I think, also going to be one of my favorites. It's like this octopus holding a bunch of things, and Candace basically gets this commission to draw this octopus. And she's like, it will take me like 2 weeks. And like basically after the first day, she has the entire concept down on a page, like has the basic outlines out. She's an absolute machine. Gotta run. Have a good one. Goodbye, Pock. Thank you for joining us. I feel that. I understand that too, Mel. Whatever you do, understand. Whatever you do, understand is beautiful. Understanding is beautiful. Or understand it's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cable. Oh, exercise. I vaguely remember what that is. I was getting ready for exercise. Exercise, yes. Exercise. It's like right on the tip of my tongue what exercise is. It's that thing that you... It's so good to see you again, always. I'm sure everyone here does. That is a trip to me as well. You know, the similarities that we as friends share with one another. I do think there are a bunch of lines, if you will, commonality lines that run through our lives. I'm sure everyone does. Hey, Joe. Tell PB Crew I said hello. Yeah, I think PB is still streaming right now. He actually went front page as well. I was chilling in his stream a little bit before coming here. And then I was chilling in the leather/blacksmithing dude. I think it's like WW or something like that. And he was talking about disciplining children. And like, I don't want to get into the whole children getting disciplined trip again, if you will. But there's something that he said that really resonated with me. And he was like, if you try to justify beating your kids, you know, you basically justify or say to the world that you're willing to beat anyone that is willing to disagree with you in a way that you can't reach some sort of discourse or can't reach some sort of conclusion through discourse. And then I was like, damn, in that like analogy, it is even worse to beat your kids, because if you get into a physical altercation with someone that you don't know that disagrees with you, for example, then it's like this interaction between you and another person that isn't necessarily going to be indicative or scarring of that relationship, because you don't have a relationship with that person. That's why you're getting into the confrontation in the first place. But then beating your kids, you're basically taking that away from them first and foremost. You're basically taking the ability away from them to disconnect with the abuse that they're experiencing and introducing into that abuse the experience of receiving it from a parent. The one place that they must feel safe, they get that taken away from them as well. And I think he lives in Denmark, or I think it's Denmark, and he's like, in Denmark people are really serious about physical abuse of children. And I was like, damn, made me feel some things. This guy's on shrooms. No, actually, I'm not, friend. Not just yet. I haven't taken mushrooms since the 15th of May. It's been a while. Aware of everything at the same time, yet knowing nothing really changes. Very much so. Grow in our minds, mate. Yeah, we are the shrooms, dude. I have arisen from my slumber. Dang Meld looks handsome today. Ah. Ooh, thank you. Gob, I appreciate that so much. You flatter me, friend. What's up with this guy? This guy does stuff, has chats, loves you, Anonym, the regular. Who's got shrooms asking for a friend? Gob, hello Mel. Hey Dry, thank you for joining us again, friend. Long time no see. It's pretty good inside, friend. Like Toasty has gang inside. Like you should have a chat with him actually, Kevo. I love knowing that I can find all the same friends in a stream at a certain time every day. Hello, perfect people. I love having you here, Gob. It's so nice to have you here, man. Always. Like, man, I like, for me as well, I can see Gob smile almost as like one of his shining features. Like, he also has the squinty eye smile, and it made me so happy. Love you, Infamous One. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How have you been? How's life been treating you? Like, have you been feeling better? Is the question I want to ask. Perfectly imperfect, yes. Hello to you too. Wait, hi God. 95% of our fear is illusion. Very much so. Very, very much so. There are more things to be alarmed by than there are things to be harmed by. And as a result, man suffers more in his mind than he suffers in reality. It makes me feel things. Yes. Stop being scared. Be loving instead. No award yet? No award yet, dude. Thank you for the love. I don't know about that, dude. I don't actually watch this. We're lucky Melt is here every day. I come here every day. I have to, mammy. It has become something that is so almost essential to my nature as well now. It's so difficult for me to bring love to the world while I'm, alone wherever it is I am. Like, I'm thinking from this perspective of when I get to spend time with friends, it is always something that is so full and so life-changing, if that is a way to say it. Like, every single time I get to be amongst friends and have these conversations and share these feelings with one another, it's just this opening, ecstatic feeling of being alive. And then when I'm completely alone for extended periods, it feels like there's this longing inside of myself to have that sharing, to have that co-communication, that co-creation, that camaraderie, that compassion for one another, the want to listen to one another. And I'm so happy to be able to actually do that as a thing now, as something that I can do regularly. Let me just correct that. Sprinkle some love. Thank you, Cable. Gob, isn't that such a warm feeling? It really is. It really, really is. How are you feeling, Edmund? I appreciate you being here. You might have already answered, but I'm like 18 minutes behind on comments today. I need to do a mini speedrun. I haven't seen Catelyn yet. Was she here? I don't think so. I don't think Catelyn has been here just yet. Catelyn usually sprinkles a love award as well. Jon Snow of the Wilderness. What is your wisdom? Just listen. Mother try. I don't have any wisdom, friend. I just share from the space. Open to information and let it flow through me. I hope I got the tag right. I think that might be right. I think it might be right. Me adding the last 5% to make sure there is no fear in any one of these beautiful people here. Thank you so much, Kevo. Esteyan, we will melt together about acceptance and fear. The universe is telling me so. Eventually it will be so. It's inevitable, Kevo. I do know. I do know I don't like deep water or small spaces. Underwater caves is my dreaded place, lol. I mean, the reason you're thinking or you don't like those things, I think in both of them, small spaces, that's claustrophobia. So feeling like you don't have that space, which is the default state of your existence. So literally trying to contain the vastness of you as being, underlying this operating meat suit, if you will, that is something that is like infinitely vast, dimensionlessly vast, vaster than our universe is vast, because our universe is contained within inside of that. And then trying to put that in a box, I think obviously it would be something that's distressing. And then deep, deep water, again, I feel the fear arises from the not knowing what could be lurking under that deep, deep water. And I feel it's more a survival instinct. The same fear you would have walking into tall grass in which there could potentially be lions. It is, okay, fine. It is that kind of healthy fear that keeps us alive. But it's not the thing that we have to base our existences off anymore, because we're not in constant danger. Raise his hand to join inquiry. Is Chantarella tart? Wasserbotten Ost is Swedish cheese. I want Mel to speak more Swedish. Sounds adorable. Oh, you're melting me as well, Mammy. Thank you. I watch documentary channel, and these guys are diving into underwater caves, and I sit here heavy breathing just watching. You actually, now that you're mentioning that, Candace, the part that triggers me more than just them diving into those underwater caves, it's when they literally like squeeze themselves through those holes, like to go deeper, while they have rock underneath them, rock above them, on their back, like scraping, and they're like through that hole. That, oh no, 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 no. That's like the combination of those two, claustrophobia and deep dark spaces. Oh hell no. Because what if you get through that space and you find something at the other side of that space which you want to escape? I think the chickens are eating my sister's plants. She's not happy about that. That's a good question. How do different words feel different? Interesting, right? I'm curious about that as well, Kevel. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Yeah, yeah, Candace. Oh yeah, that, actually, I'm 100% there with you. Every breathing is like the way to divinity. Yes, it is, actually, Kevel. And thank you for saying that as well. I agree. You were scubaing into the Viking. Oh yes, I've done breathing meditation until I've passed out. There we go. Yeah, Candace knows. Candace knows. I love how he laughed as he was saying it. Laughter is so blissful. Smiling and laughing and enjoying right now. This is the way. Breathing techniques are amazing to rejuvenate oneself. You know what I think about that especially? Just about the health of my lungs. Kiki is... She has like one of the chickens in her mouth. Okay, it got away. Shit. Poor chickens. Breathing, yeah, but they are like, if you have heard about psychedelic experiences and you don't have access to psychedelics, actually don't do psychedelics, at all, as a way to cover myself. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Just do breathing exercises. That's literally all you need for now, friend. Like, you can spend years only doing breathing exercises and it will create pretty insane mental states for you. And it's all you, it's all just you. This is also what I keep saying when I watch those sort of shows. It's just like, you can hack water and tight spaces, the two together. Yeah, like I should take my hat off for you. I'll leave that profession to you. Like, I'll clap hands for you if you come out again. But hard diggity damn, I'm not gonna follow you there. I'm not squeezing myself through any space to get to the other side of it. No, I'm okay, thank you. Thank you for the wholesome seal of approval, my friend. Wait, I just found out that we can enable our cameras as well with... maybe with Discord, yes. What's up to you, Reddit anonymously? It's been a while, my friend. Thank you for joining us again. You were sitting on a couch holding brown bags for each other. Money? Short of shows. Or mushrooms. Okay, thank you for letting me know that as well, Edmund, because I didn't know. Melt always tries to pronounce everything. I've never heard him say, I can't say that. I mean, I've said it before, but it was with like Arabic, text, because I don't know how to vocalize or verbalize those sounds. If I knew how to, I would try them as well. There's a plus in the upper right corner. Yeah, you can stream yourself actually. Karam. This is not something that's exclusive. You can stream as well, my friend. What we can? Yeah, you can stream. I mean, I think that's what he's getting at. All of it is the universe. Aha, precisely why I told the part of the universe wasn't believing in their that the universe wasn't believing in their own existence. Yeah, it's like I don't exist, but you just used your existence to say that I don't exist, but I don't exist. But fuck your Press. Yeah, I clicked on it and it said enable camera. What? Like it's not giving me any prompts for you to join as well. That's probably what it's for. Yeah, I think so. I always thought that was just how you start your own stream. Yeah, hey universe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I think it is just for the stream. Say universe, here I am, just like you, infinite and full of love, and I care about you. There we go. Thank you, Cable. It's probably what it's for, very much so. You just lost your dog? Ah, she's back, fortunately. She brought her bowl back to me as well. Let's see if that little thing-a-ling summons her. Sorry, that it wouldn't be funny though. That way was funny. She was good. I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks, and I want to announce it so that you don't worry. Thank you for letting us know, Melita. You will be sorely missed, my friend, and you will be like, what's the word? Actually, not you will be. You will have energy sent your way. Thank you so much for letting us know. That was kind of funny. Hey, Merman, it's been 20 minutes since you sent that message. I hope you're still here. I wouldn't blame you if you're not. Thank you for sharing this space with us. Going on a no technology vacation. Ooh wee. Let me know what that is like. I'm so happy that the divine consciousness gets to experience that because I will never. And I've accepted this. I've thought about this a lot and I've come to accept this. I will never be able to experience the lack of technology ever again. Until I die, I guess. But I was like, whoa, here we were. Are you okay with this? And I was like, yep, this is what I've chosen. So thank you, Rena, for choosing to do the other as well, because we're all a part of the same consciousness. I'm still going to have that experience. I don't have to have it here or now. Man, a group stream though. Could you imagine? Would be so awesome, but also chaotic. I wouldn't be opposed to it actually. Edmund, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Hey, Aaron is here as well. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How are you feeling today? Rena, that sounds amazing. Enjoy, my friend. You will be missed. Here we go. Angela, thank you for joining us as well. How are you doing today? Happy as chaos on our pad. Aaron Merman. I want to see this painting. Oh, like it's on the Discord actually. You can go and check it out, Gable. At least the starting version of it is. So what is everyone's numbers, symbols, and animals? Mine is 33, trident, and dragonfly. So I have my single digit number is 3. My double digit number is 42 or 44. I accept both, if you will, if I see them. My spirit animal is a butterfly, and I don't know if I can choose this one, but my symbol would be the flower of life. I've been getting better, going through some heartbreaking moments, breakup, but your energy and wisdom helps cheer me up. Thank you for asking. Thank you for telling us, Hankstar. I hope your breakup gets better. It's not going to be easy to move on from stuff like that. But maybe this is the way it's supposed to be as well, for your betterment. Like when I think about stuff like that, losing a relationship, if you will, I just imagine the person finding the actual right person, finding the person you've been looking for your entire life, and then being absolutely overcome with the joy of having found them instead of continuing with the relationship that you weren't happy in. East Coast Rabbit, thank you for joining us, my friend. How have you been? It's been a while. Hope your time away from Reddit and the rest will be good. Come back soon. There we go. I'm still here just because I needed to see you and see all the positivity in the comments as well. It is It's like literally too much to handle sometimes. Like I'm 21 minutes behind because of the sheer amount of positivity that I have to get through. Not get through, get to. Like I imagine myself like as I'm scrolling as this, positive energy beaming through me, like a like water or like light flowing into me, and I could either be like, or I could be like, and I'm all the way. I will is the most important ingredient indeed, very much so, and I'm happy that you're going to do that. Actually, you should tell me what it's like, my friend. I would love to get that experience from you. I have to pass on handing out paintings at the park this coming Sunday. I ran out of paintings, lol. I gotta restock. You've been giving away a lot. You've been giving away a lot. I think maybe, you know what? I'm not going to tell you anything. You're your own person, Candace, and you're one of the most divine individuals I know. And I think you can make decisions for yourself. I think it's just amazing to me that you just give them away. I feel like if anything, it's just this again, this announcement to the universe, the world, God, source, oneness, consciousness that look, love is true. What? You want something? You wanna do something? Nope. Here, love is true. Have this beautiful piece, and it's amazing, my friend. It makes me so happy. How many patents did you give out? A lot. I'm pretty sure a lot. If you have one sentence to say to the spiritually devoid, what would you say? One sentence. That's such a good question, but such a difficult one to answer. And I think maybe my answer will change over the years, but I'm trying to formulate one now. One sentence. Realize that you are the underlying awareness that permeates your entire existence. Maybe that would be enough. Maybe it's just something to think about. They'll have to repeat it to themselves for it to actually do something, but maybe that was what I would say. If it helps, Afraid. Thank you for asking that question. Reoccurring, I see the number 33 everywhere and the trident. Symbols show up when I am super in tune with the universe, and when I feel at peace, I see a dragonfly. So I don't know if this is important. I feel like maybe it is a little bit, Candace. But on Sinsane's Reddit comment or Reddit karma sheet, if you will, his comment karma today when I checked, because I was wondering how long ago Sinsane streamed, was 3,000, no, 33,000, 33,333. And then at the bottom of it, there was again the numbers 33. So I've seen my fair share of 33 today as well. And I have 11 in my little time window now. So I'm thinking about Toasty. Yeah, like I've been seeing a lot of those. Yep, a genetic compatibility can be sensed through smell. Very much so. It's crazy, actually. There are times the universe used to talk to me. They are things the universe uses to talk to me. I feel the exact same way. I feel, if anything, it is the universe being like, woo! And like that is what it is. Sometimes the woo is supposed to draw my awareness to something that I'm doing wrong. Sometimes the woo is cheering me on, and I'm happy about that. They are the other one. I would tell them that there is never anyone who is spiritually devoid. That's also a good one, actually. Thank you for saying that, Cable. That's awesome. It requires a lot of patience and understanding to see those signs and patterns. It does. Patience and understanding. The more understanding you gain, the more patience you have, the more patience you practice, the more understanding you gain. I want to see what Meld will say too. Good question, mate. I'm happy that I could answer it, actually. Very, very much is a good question. I gave 33 paintings. Not 33, though. You see, now I kind of want to be adamant on that. Like that I'll say. You have to give away 3 more, Candace. Just 3 more. Then you have given away 33. Then it will be, complete. You have been in sync with the universe. 30, that's awesome. Amazing. Only 3 more to get. Yes, Melita knew as well. Thanks for sharing universal conversations, friend. No problem. I love getting my little universe postcards. I can only imagine. Candace, I would love to see your work. Corey, it's actually on the Discord, my friend. If you would be willing to see, you can go and check there. It's in the share your work or creative space tabs. Viking the Majestic. I'm trying to get to your profile and award you. Aaron, love to you, my friend. I love you, Melton. See you. See you today, tomorrow. See you tomorrow as well, Mammy. Go and have a good one, my friend. Cool background. Looks so peaceful. Thank you. I mean, nature is always at peace. Yes, I agree. Lamau, he's right. I get excited and just go to my own realm and draw. I mean, it's amazing though. It's really amazing, Candace. It's an inspiration. Dude, this is so narcissistic. You feel so? What about it is narcissistic? Like I'm literally trying to read every single one of your comments, including ones like you calling me narcissistic. Like if I was not trying to be narcissistic, I would try and accept that or try and work on that. That is literally the last thing I try to do here, Fred. Bye, Babby. Bye, Babby. Goodbye, Babby. How so? Thank you for asking as well, Edmund. Anyone know where I can create a free website to display my work? Just because of the sheer amount of documentation that's been pushed into my brain, like Skillshare, I guess, would be one you can attach, or it has built-in payment features as well. So maybe check that one out. I think it does have some sort of free trial. But social media would be the start. No Facebook, Insta, TikTok, etc. Just Reddit. Reddit, I'm 100% on board as well. Maybe start on Reddit, actually. Candace, you can post your work, maybe just to r/art, r/cartoon, stuff like that, and you can maybe start to get exposure that way. Get some followers on your account. Talk about something, and then the conversation changes a couple times, but then you read the late comment, thus revisiting the previous topic, so it's like a conversation carousel. It's actually probably a decent mental exercise. I think so as well, actually, Toasty. And sometimes it can be very exhausting and also create potential for me to judge myself, because I know I forget things. We all forget things, and I'll be like, "Fuck you! How dare you forget this thing?" And I'll be like, "Dude, really? You're gonna harp on something like that? Calm down. Be accepting of yourself." I feel it's a projection of idealism. You want me to project destruction? I mean, trying to project the ideal. Why would I want to do anything else, dude? When our girls start fighting, we make them sit and hold hands, then hug. Then they are rolling in the ground laughing. That's so beautiful. I look forward to being able to raise my own kids as well, and to not make the same mistakes my parents made. To see how they end up turning out, because I'm sure I'm gonna be making mistakes myself as well. Regardless, guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to go. I hate it, but I can't do anything about it. Family stuff. Bye bye. Karam, you don't have to apologize, friend. You're probably already gone, but I'm sending you good vibes. This spiritual stuff is just a cult for those unfortunate enough to have gone through trauma. Okay, why do you think so? I wonder why people have this attachment to spirituality and the direct connection of cults. A cult expects you to deify this one being, and then without this one being, there is no salvation, there is no knowledge, there is no knowing. When what I believe is that every single one of us are a divine being, and we have this divine intention to create into this world. We make choices that affect our lives and the lives of the ones around us. We are the divinity holding ones. None of us can claim oh yes, I am X amount of divinity, you are X minus one amount of divinity. Fuck no. We're all given the same power, friend. Spirituality, real pursuit of spirituality, and the explanation, at least for it for me, is a one-on-one connection that you have with what you think is the all. If it's consciousness, if it's source, if it's the universe, if it's God, if it's whatever attachment you have to this like overwhelming sense that you have that there is this thing larger than you, and coming and trying to at least identify with that thing which is larger than you. That's what it's about, friend. Like spirituality and the cultification of spirituality is literally just what religion is. It is using these fundamental understandings that serve the life of the individual to try and control the life of the individual by creating the information in a palatable storytelling way, and then also adding, extra things that you want them to do after they've come to the realization or acceptance that maybe some of the things that were said may be valuable. Like there are there are pieces in the Bible that endorse you having slaves, but there are also pieces in the Bible that endorse you loving one another, right? It's just these ideas are fundamental to our spiritual natures. It's not something that can be owned or something that can be said like, oh yeah, I have this understanding and you need me to have this understanding. It's like, oh yes, it's just in my hand, but it's in you. There is no way that a cult can be a thing if that is your base understanding of one another. Good morning, gloomy sunshine. Or, yeah, it's good morning for you. Thank you for joining me, friend. How are you doing? Love the shirt today. I'm happy you appreciate it, friend. Hey, Heather. How are you feeling, friend? How are you feeling? I don't know if you've replied to the Discord messages again that I've sent, but I've been thinking about you today, my friend. I don't agree with hitting children. I was spanked to a pulp as a child. People pretend it's not traumatizing. Don't spank your kids, fam. Like, going to the point where you have to hit your kids is basically this admittance that you have failed, right? You have failed to have a proper discourse, proper conversation, and now this is the last resort that you've come to. But that's not how we kind of want people to interact in society, right? If you can't reach a understanding amongst you and another person, the last resort isn't to beat their face in. The last resort is to accept. Be like, okay, you believe your thing, I believe my thing. Love and light to you, friend. I wish you only happiness in your life. Instead of being like, you know what? This whole thing that we just disagree upon, now I'm gonna beat your ass because you don't want to agree. No, we can't beat each other's asses because we agree on stuff. We have to accept, we have to forgive one another. Live and let live. Interesting, afraid Verity. And what makes you say spirituality is a cult? Yeah, do you mind me asking if you have any of your own beliefs, whether religious, spiritual, or otherwise? Why is everyone who's spiritual wear tie-dye clothes? It is almost as if there is an identity they can copy with very little substance. Not really. The reason tie-dye clothing is something that people that are aligned with spirituality is something that they're attracted to is because we're so spiritually inclined and appreciative of our experience that we like pretty things. This is something it's freaking beautiful. Look at this. It has these little patterns, dude. What happened is someone took this piece of material, literally folded it up into like little spirals, little squeezes, little like frills, if you will, poured ink over it, and then when it expanded, it had a pattern on it. It is literally this fractal interaction with you and the clothing that you choose to wear. It is an acceptance and an appreciation of the things that are beautiful, my friend. It's not about an identity. It's about an appreciation for this life and the things we choose to wear. Justin! Yeah, long time! Melt fam, I still love you all, even though I haven't been able to tune in lately. And we've been sending you so much love as well, Justin. So nice to have you here, my friend. Melt stoic super sane and transformation. Yes, I love it. Thank you. What's it called? I know plenty of spiritual people that don't wear tie-dye. We just stand out more. I think so as well. And like my explanation as to why people that might be spiritually inclined choose to wear tie-dye, I feel still stands. Because you can do both. You can do both. Dude, how are you, Justin? I've been thinking about you a lot. I'm so happy. Yeah, like Justin, I know that you've been going through some stuff, man. The passing of your brother, and just what life has been throwing at you after that as well. Having to go through this with your family. I've known that you've been busy, my friend, with hard work as well. So you don't have to apologize or feel bad about missing out on the space. You are so appreciated. Thank you for sharing the space with us again. Same like in Queen. I have only read it. I've considered Facebook a few times when I was lonely, but never gave in. Good. Heather, you're winning, dude. You're winning. Stay here on Reddit. It's the best. Perhaps it's trauma that allows me to find something stronger than simple happiness and sadness, friend. That's a good one as well, actually, Cable. Doing well, Edmund. Hopefully, be able to participate more when my kids get back into school. We would love to have you again, Justin. It would be so nice for you to co-create with us. Sure, Edmund. This is Afraid again. It's so interesting that you literally have Afraid in your username. But I'm not going to comment further on that. Sure, Edmund, spirituality to me is the absence of ego, not the perpetuation of your own ego within a synthetic environment created by people that don't fully understand what spirituality is. I've given you my definition of spirituality, friend. Do you think that's not what spirituality is? That's so dope. Do it. Don't do it. It's not worth your sanity. Keep the peace bulb. Yeah, believe me. Facebook is not a place you want to be. Perhaps the fear of losing your identity also comes from the trauma where someone loses and gains something that is perpetual. Very well put, Cable. Letting go of your limited understanding of yourself in favor for your unlimited understanding of yourself can be very intimidating. And it makes sense. It's literally taking your consciousness from, oh, this is me, to, oh, this is me. I haven't had Facebook for almost 10 years. You're all winning, literally winning. Reddit is this guy's stage and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong, more power to you, but this isn't spirituality, this is fluff. Like, I respect everything you're saying, Afraid, but I wish you would say things of value. You're making statements instead of teaching the things you believe you believe. If you know what spirituality is, teach us spirituality. If we don't know, I'm more than willing to learn with you, friend. Now let's learn together. How you doing, crazy, you son of a bitch? Yeah, Birdman, how are you doing, my friend? They are finally getting melted. I'm happy to hear that, man. Good morning to you, Darth Zombies. How are you doing, friend? Spirituality is different to each person. That's the point, right? That's literally the point as well, Candace. It's literally your one-on-one connection with that which is. So obviously it's going to be different. And that's why you can't in any way try and make it like a rigid thing. Like this is the way you do it. Because it's bound to fail 100% of the time. Those burbs or whatever nature creature is making its presence known so prominently. Wow, very excited today. It was going for it. I was thinking about those birds as well. I was like, yo, you're just like screaming at the top of your lungs, It's just like, wah! Perhaps you are the one to decide what is spirituality and what is fluff. The fact that they choose means that you're creating a separation, which I believe means you have a lacking understanding of spirituality in the first place. That I'm not trying to bury you, friend. I became claustrophobic because I hid under a couch cushion to scare a friend, and she sat on me intentionally and wouldn't get up. Ooh, yeah, that's not okay. Because there's coffin vibes. I guess so. It's like saying art is subjective. It's really not. We all understand what makes art, whether you can articulate it or not. And if the same for this type of stuff. You think I'm having a hard time articulating, friend? Sometimes I do, and I'd be more than happy to accept that. But I don't necessarily feel I'm having such a hard time today, Afraid. Again, you're making these statements. You're not giving anything of value, friend. If you want to claim an understanding, at least in your way, if you have, an actual understanding of what spirituality is, and you don't have just the fluff, then give us the good stuff, dude. That's what we all want. Hate small pieces. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Justin. I would say that Meltmore would agree with you, my friend. Perhaps it's not coming off that way, though. I can understand that. Stick around a few minutes and Melt will get to your comments. I'm happy that I could, actually, Edmund. I finally did, even though it's like 25 minutes late. Friend probably already left, but I'm still giving him space. Gotta go, Melt. Have a beautiful evening, and I will try to get on here more often. I need it. The positivity is infectious and truly appreciated. Bye, everyone. Goodbye, Corey. Thank you for sharing this space with us. Fair enough, I'll definitely listen. It obviously can't be separated that I look like an a-hole asking this, but it's genuine thought of mine. No, friend, you don't look like an asshole at all. For me, it's more this intention of, instead of saying to me, you're wrong, tell me how to be right, right? That's what I want. That's all I'm asking as well. Is spirituality a response to trauma? And if not, why is it so interlinked? I don't think it is, but I think there is definitely a connection to it as well. I haven't experienced too much trauma in my life. Not from the trauma I've heard other people experience, as a comparison, for example. But I have met a lot of people who have experienced trauma and then became more aligned with spirituality. Because again, it is this acceptance, complete acceptance of that relationship with all that is. And connecting or trying to connect with this like deified God, this like person in the sky that you're so far separated from, and trying to deal with your trauma and trying to come to some sort of understanding as to why you went through the trauma you went through, can be very difficult without an escape like that. And this is a community, my guy. Relax and stay a while. I'm relaxed. Good, friend. Stay. It's nice to have you. Like, we're definitely not an echo chamber. Like, we do challenge one another every now and then. I'm more than open to challenges as well, or critique. I just want good information, dude. Just give me some good information. Like, blow me away. Like, that's what I want, please. Very similar experience. Jumped in a pool. Someone jumped on top of me, and she was flailing about, holding me underwater. Goodness. Or just drop out and drop in. Thank you, friend, for dropping out and then dropping in again. Another point of spirituality, though, is actually asking these questions. Spirituality shouldn't pertain the purely positive. It's a holistic approach to self-development. I agree completely, friend. And if you've been in these streams, you'll know that I don't always, have just the positive. Like, go back 2 days, you'll see me in a little bit more of a, in my opinion, negative state of mind / feeling. We bring all of it, friend. We bring all of it. Good to be here again, bro. Good to have you again, friend. Thank you. Christy, good morning, everyone. I just pissed off my coworker. Time to run away to now. Thank goodness I work from home. I'm sorry you pissed off your coworker, Christy. What happened? I'm curious. Wouldn't that be a vibe? To be positive all the time. I wish, yeah. Like, I wish that was something that we could do, dude. Like, he's overselling us, man. Damn it. We're not positive all the time. We're doing something wrong. The positive cannot exist without the negative, and all is equally as important to any level of true understanding. And I think we've discussed that so many times as well. We're not ignoring that negative things exist in this space. All of us know negative things exist. It's literally the resounding information we get from the outside world. No matter what media we use, we're going to find some sort of case of like, oh yeah, that's pretty negative. We're here to experience the positive. Right? It's not a denial of the negative. It's not the aversion of the negative. It's not the demonification, or if that's a word, of the negative. It's the welcoming / acceptance / bringing as well of the positive instead. We're practicing to make ourselves more powerful as positive beings so that we are more equipped to handle the negative circumstances that we will eventually face in this life as well. sending positive vibes. But Toasty, that's why I feel this culture is false positivity to mask the true issues of spirituality. I hear you as well, friend. I'm doing all right. How are you, dear? How are things at home? Have you had your shot? I've not had my shot, friend, and things are pretty chill at home. Pretty chill. My family is healthy. My brother is back from university. He's been studying at home because of the whole COVID thing as well. So it's been good, friend. How's things been at your place? We definitely have our rough days here. Yeah, we do. You caught us on a good upbeat day. They did. I'm happy that you're saying that as well, Edmund. Like, it happens so often as well, especially with you today, where you're saying the exact same thing I'm saying in the moment. Happy to be here now, Gloomy. Sad I still can't see the reply option on my app. Feeling left out. I think maybe just update it again, Christy. Do you have an iPhone? I'm curious. Maybe that would be it. All right, you lovely souls. I'm off to do my exercises. Goodbye, Candace. Thank you for being here with us. What is this culture? This is just a community of homies on the internet sharing life. Literally, that's all we're doing. And like, I would also argue we are a very diverse group of people from different backgrounds, with different experiences, different jobs, different ways of expressing. Like, we're very much not oh yes, we're okay, we can all be lumped into this is what we are. Very much not so. Don't freaking box us in. There are no topics we really shy away from here. Yeah, we literally talked about kinks yesterday. I definitely don't think kinks is something that is 100% aligned just with spirituality. It took a few days for it to show up on my phone. That's weird. It happened for me almost instantaneously though, when I updated it at least. Good vibes back to you. There's a culture of spirituality that is undeniable, and there are key identifiers of people who subscribe to this way of thinking. If you understand social mechanics at all, then you should be recognizing that as part of culture that you belong to. I hear what you're saying, Afraid. I definitely hear what you're saying. But then aren't you a part of just the human culture at the moment? At what point do you think you're being separated from any of it? Like, I feel the things you're saying, I understand where you're coming from, but again, they're coming from a very human understanding of this existence, this either or existence. When we are the all, the oneness of this existence, there is no separation. You're just as much of this culture of spirituality as you are a part of this planet, as you are a part of this universe. At no point can you excuse yourself from any of it, unfortunately. Thank you, good to know there is sunshine after the gloom then. I do hope so. Get my spirituality out of your box, thanks. Bye. Yes, thank you, Toasty. I'm happy you said the box thing as well. Lamar, I'm just finding it interesting when the literal point of spiritual development is to remove ego from the self. Yet people in this neo-spiritual movement more often seem narcissistic. Like, the thing is, friend, and I definitely feel very strongly about this, our ego still serves a function. Like, the complete dissimulation, what's the word you used? To remove the ego from the self. You cannot function in society that way. If you're just going to be this, like, oh, I'm just this, oh, yeah, I am, I have no ego, I have no will, I have no want, I have no desire. That's not a way of existing, dude. Our ego serves a function in this physical 3D realm. It's not us, though. That's the point where that's what escaping your ego means. It's the realization that you're not just that. Destroying it completely is nonsensical. How are you going to function in this world, Afraid? I'm genuinely asking, dude. Sometimes there is. Well, obviously, smash like and subscribe. I love you, Toasty. How many of these streams have you watched? Is this judgment based off the single stream? This is the second stream. Well, keep watching, friend. Maybe your opinion will keep changing. Like, I'm happy to keep entertaining you. I just disagree with you. It is not narcissistic to think you have figured out an entire group of people based on 2 interactions. Ooh, Sick. Edmund coming in with the fire law of attraction. Yeah, probably. If you say so, friend. I understand I've entered the hornet's nest here, and people will think my intentions are bad. No one is attacking you, friend. No one is, calling you names. No one is ignoring your existence. All we have for you is love, dude. All we have for you is love. This is not a hornet's nest. If anything, we're a bunch of butterflies giving you little butterfly kisses, dude. Like landing on you and saying our bit, and then going about our, no hornet's nest here, friend. I understand people will get defensive, as it is your worldview. I mean, as defensive as we can be about this, friend. I don't think we're combative. We're just, if anything, strengthening our stance. What we stand for is love. We come here with the intention that love is real. It's not really easy to shake that as a foundation. I'm also trying to piece mine together, and I see a paradox here that I feel people are able to answer or correct me on. Like, I feel that is something you need to find for yourself, friend. You were just talking about it being a pursuit of the self. I think you have to find that answer. None of us have to correct you. The fact that you know this answer to be had is already a step in the right direction. We are open to these conversations, my friend. Maybe we just try to initiate them in less accusatory and aggressive way. Exactly. When it becomes a this and that perspective that you're bringing into the front, right? You are this, and it's like a saying, like, yes, you are this. This thing that I'm now boxing you into, this is everything you are. Right? It's the same thing with the word hippie. Like, oh, you are a hippie. So everything that is contained in the word hippie is also you. You are now in this box that I've put you in. Obviously we were just talking about being claustrophobic, dude. You can't try and freaking box us in. We'll go insane. Sometimes we'll lash out, but we try to still do it in love. Nash man, no one except you can correct you. Cable knows as well. Apologies, wasn't sure I was. It's hard to translate a tone, especially when I'm asking invasive questions about a worldview many hold. I mean, you can use emojis, dude. We don't have too much aversion to emojis as well. If you want to hit tone a little bit more. You came in calling everyone narcissists and generalizing us. People don't usually like that very much. Yes, no matter what tone you use, you're still going to be like missing some beats if you say that. You're always welcome, friend. A lot of us are contemplating our spirituality from all over the world, believing in gods and no gods. We just love here. There we go. Thank you for letting him know as well, Toasty. Your understanding of someone else's view is still your own understanding. If you truly wish to know, you must ask. And this isn't limited to you, it is anyone who truly wishes to know. Very well put, Cable. Okay, fair enough. You guys are right. I apologize. You don't have to apologize at all, friend. Like, you're so welcomed. You're so welcomed. We're just passionate about the things we believe as well. Because remember, this is also something you have to become aware of when it comes to challenging worldviews. People don't change their entire worldviews on a whim. Some people do, but it definitely didn't happen on a whim for me. It was this gradual, almost evidence-based, like I came to conclusions over and over again. Information was presented over and over again. Feelings were felt and experiences were had over and over again, to this point at which I lost the ability to deny. And that is not something you can take away, no matter how hard you try. What are we right about, friend? There is no we, except we all. There we go. Fair enough, Toasty. Thanks. No worries. Also, narcissism is a natural human thing, guys. Saying you're not narcissistic is saying you have mastered the ego. Narcissism, to me, is this complete deification of yourself to yourself, which is also 100% guaranteed to backfire on you because your body is doomed to fail. We know this. I'm not going to be this in 80 years. I'm going to look different. I've lost my hair, lost my teeth. And I know that, and I accept that. How can I be narcissistic about something that is so futilely, impermanent? becoming identified with that which is more than that. I don't feel that's a narcissistic approach at all. It's an acceptance of your divinity. Anyway, come join us. Okay, freaking toasty. Mel's unconditional love is like kryptonite to those who that attach to fear. We all seen it before in here. We have, Merman, and it makes me so happy as well that, the part that made me the happiest in a case like that is when someone came in from the left field being like super abrasive, if you will, and then by the end of the stream ceased to be abrasive, and then the next day they came back and was kind, and I was like, love is real. I knew it. You didn't even say anything to him that really helped him. Like, that's what I God, no ways, no how, no sir. I've rarely met such an all-accepting, all-sharing, all-loving being whose humble self is and self-aware. Thank you so much, Heather, for those beautiful words. Hallo mijn lieve moeder. Hallo mijn moedertje Woos. Hallo. Hallo. I'm getting the butt treatment again. However, admitting narcissism just shows that we recognize our ego. I don't subscribe to that idea, though. I'm sorry, afraid. Me admitting I'm a narcissist will show I recognize my ego. You're just repeating it, I guess. But saying it, it's my work, will destroy that ego. So I will project it outward to the universe. Whew. Absolutely, the ego is the true obstacle in life, isn't it? Being able to let go of bias and conviction and inspire true humility. That's the goal, literally. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the bottom of the comments today. I'm still 22 minutes behind. I'll settle in for a little bit while longer. Maybe we'll stream as long as the phone will allow us if we don't ever get to the bottom. Poor universe, taking so many people's ego. In 20 minutes, Mel will read this. I heard somewhere that cult came from the word cultivate. Yeah, actually, it did. It did very much come from the word cultivate. And that is something that, like, one of my friends would always say as well, good old Adrian. You know, cult is derivative from the word cultivate. It was supposed to grow a community. No, you know. It's just because there were a bunch of bad eggs that use this word cult to make themselves deities. And that, like, as soon as that is the understanding of anything, then you know that you're making a mistake. You can't deify anything. Not this world, not this universe, because there is so much more than that. Even if you made just this universe your God, and I know that's something I'll accept if you want to do it, if you will. But I believe, even though this universe is so vastly infinite, I believe it's probably like small in the scale of what God actually is, or source actually is, or consciousness actually is. Like, that is how vast I really think the true creator would be. Hey to you, Slight. How are you doing, my friend? Yudi baby, gave it to me, love. I'll take your burden as much as I can. It's like, oh, it's like it's a bad thing. I'm off. Good hearing from... Oh, Kiki brought some thorns with her. I'm off. Good hearing from everyone. Good hearing from you, Gloomy Sunshine. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. Okay, that's a really great perspective. Thank you for that well thought out answer. I'm guessing you were hearing one of my answers from 22 minutes ago. I'm happy that you think it's well thought out, Afraid. You're cool, bro. Know you the way out. Thank you, friend. So unreal. It's always happening. By Gloomy. Though all religions emphasize spiritualism as part of faith, you can be spiritual without being religious. As a metaphor of an organized religion, as humans need religion to justify right from wrong in their own cultures. Yep. Need to justify what's right from wrong, and also imply things that is wrong, that they don't want people to do because it doesn't serve a political narrative, for example. There are also big groups of hippies that wear nothing. Yeah, you're right, Toasty. There are nudist colonies. I think, if anything, being in a nudist colony will teach you extreme eye contact. So maybe that would be a good thing. But yeah, I don't see myself being in a nudist colony myself. It's easy to blame a higher being. Easy to blame a higher being. I don't think there's any blame, dude. I think the fact that we want to blame, or the fact that we think there is anything to blame, is a humanistic slash two-dimensional, or maybe, dimensional understanding. Our current dimensional understanding. Oh, Elvin is here. Thank you for being here, friend. I have dear friends in crisis. May I ask the friends to direct love and positive energy to Vancouver, BC, if you can? So, like, I'm seeing, like, the map of America when I close my eyes. So, it might be a little bit spread, but I'm sending all of America love, my friend. I hope things in Vancouver, BC, with your friends get a little bit better. Thank you for bringing it to our awareness as well, Alvin. I hope you're doing well, friend, at least. Give me that self-body love without worrying of judgment. And harder to blame yourself. Yeah, especially in that case. Like, when it becomes a religion-based thing where you have these rules, and it also kind of empowers you to hold this stick of judgment, at others, then it's, like, easy to excuse yourself and also prosecute others. Also a good blanket in times of cold. It's hard to take self-responsibility for self-created bullshit. Dragon, Dyson. It's been a while, my friend. Still no monkeys. Thank you for joining us. How have you been, friend? I'm focusing love to you, friend. Wherever and whomever you are, though we've never met, there is love out there on its way. We are here for you. Thank you so much, Toasty, for doing that as well, friend. Hey, Meldmore. Do you do MMA? No. Very much not so. Thank you for asking. Is it a compliment to have people think you do MMA? Do I look like I would do MMA? Like, the idea of having my face punched and my brain knock up against my skull is not very appealing. It's like, no. So no MMA for me, friend. Like, I have thought about it, but I've also come to the conclusion that no. Smiling is acceptance, offering out invitation. Someone said MMA. Yeah, Cable does MMA though, or at least he's training to. If we're a cult, then I'm taking the crazy poet role. Yes! Give it to you completely out of your own volition. Hello! 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 You're just using me as a temporary standstill. Thank you. I didn't even see the comment. Yes. Are you from South Africa? I am. This dude just said art comes one way only. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Fred. You're all right, guys. My apologies. I approach it in the complete wrong way. Thanks for taking the time to talk. Thank you for taking the time to talk as well, friend. You don't have to apologize. We're just, learning from one another actively in this moment. Truly, I'm sorry you see art only in one way. Man, I hope someday you allow yourself to see art in its infinite gray. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the person deleted their message, because I'm not seeing the one you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if they deleted it. You're getting called out by Cable. Man, I hope someday you allow yourself to see art in its infinite glory. May I ask, what did you approach this the wrong way? What did you? Why did you? Thank you for providing us with the discussion. I hope to see you here more. He's right in what he's saying. I'm criticizing from negativity without offering anything to the convo. Thank you, friend. Like, I'm not trying to call you out on that. I'm just genuinely, I'm 100% for negativity or criticism or the other side of the question or devil's advocate. Like, I'm not opposed to any of those things, but if we're going to do those things, we can learn from that place. That's what's most important. Like, if we're just attacking one another and being like, no, this thing you're doing is wrong, and I'm saying, no, this thing you're doing is wrong, then we're just going to both be, separating ourselves more and more from one another. But if you can say, maybe if we do it in this way, we could benefit from these outcomes. And I'll be like, okay, well, I see why you think we should do it that way, but what if we do it this way instead? And then there can be like a positive discourse between, members of society. Just being, no, you wrong, no, you wrong is never going to solve any problems. If you say so, I'm glad you found something you can take away. I hope it helps. There we go. I think it will. Cable, your negative bullshit is killing my keyboard. Oh, Cable, do you scroll down with Melt? That is so wholesome. I wouldn't be surprised. It just happens. I love reading and talking and being. I love you too, dude. And we love you, Cable. You're so appreciated, man. Your energy today is giving me life. Same. Like Cable has been, a keyboard warrior today and might destroy keyboard. Melty! Let's get high. Definitely not G-Unit. Like, I feel that almost fits because I'm not smoking today. Thank you, though, for joining me. Like, do smoke. Nonetheless, we're still in this space together. Holy shit, it's G-Unit. My throat gets the same way when I do poetry, but my soul, it's flying all over the stillness, very much so. I'm definitely not OG. Of course, not G-Unit. How could we possibly even think that? Have it all toasty, it's yours truly. Any reason why you didn't get the shot? Just curious. Because I've left the house twice this year, friend. That's kind of why I haven't gotten the shot. I've been streaming every single day consecutively. So yeah, that's basically my reason for not getting the shot. The reason people haven't been through traumas or are drawn to cult, etc., is because their own thoughts have been depleted, disallowed. A cult tells how or what to think. I am our Melt Fam accepts and encourages people to think for themselves or ourselves and accept ourselves for growth. Yes, Heather, absolutely. Because that's the only way that we're going to grow. Like, what's the hardest turnoff about being a cult to me? Just the amount of effort that I would be expected to kind of have to do, being a cult member or being a cult leader. Goodness, when will I ever have free time? When will I ever not be able to like have a space of my own? Like, it's so jarring as a way for me to think, trying to control people in that way. Oh no, like the amount of things I would have to hold into my own mind and have to think about consciously and have to be worried about from this place of holding on to power. Hell no. Oh goodness, I couldn't think of a more hellish existence. Cable negative. Great day to you, sir. Great day to you as well, Michelle. Or Michael. Excuse me, Mel, my kink is spirituality. Actually, mine too, in a way. If a girl is spiritual, I'm instantly more attracted to her, both physically and, interrelation independently. As just a relationship partner, other than, being sexually. I just got kink shamed. That is, I'm canceling my subscription to Melt and Melt Fam. Just like presses the unsub button, never sees us again, never shows up again. Cultism mind control. Jim Jones, that was a cult. Yeah, mind control. I don't have the capacity to control my own mind sometimes. How can I try and control the minds of others? Non-refundable, Cable. Yeah, you're in it, dude. You're in it now, Cable. You can't refund, dude. You're fucking stuck with us, man. You have to be here now. Happens to everyone, to be honest. I don't necessarily think ego is a bad thing. It's good to be part of who you are and what you do. There we go. I agree completely, friend. It is a part of this existence. Again, if you're going to try and destroy your ego to the point where you're living an existence of egolessness, then you're going to be robbing yourself. Even if in your pursuit of egolessness, you experience a plethora of experience, you have a full existence, you're still going to have a lacking existence in the context of not getting to experience this part of your existence. We shouldn't shy away from anything. We should embrace everything, accept everything. What you do, I can never get away from love. No, oh my god, I just made love. Yes, we did. We're constantly making love in these places, in these spaces. Thank you for the love, Cable. Far from it, if you say so. No, not me, love. My days always start like crap, but at the end of my day, I can look back upon the day and be thankful of how much of a beautiful day it's been. I'm happy that you can realize that at least at the end of the day, but I wish you would try at least to make that your reality from the start of the day, Michael, because that is the reality of your days, and you know that. Why can't you have that understanding or that belief or that feeling right from the start of it? If you say so, love. So, thank you for the tree hug, Michelle. Michael. I'm not sure which it is. Joe Colette, you should tell me. Love. Thank is love. I believe in loving everyone as I love myself. Yes. And thank you for the all as well, my friend, because that's the way it is, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And that understanding of love, there's loving others as you love yourself. It's not the way you love this body. It's the way you love that thing that you are apart from this body, and realizing that that thing that is apart from your body is the thing present within each and every single other individual. So loving that means loving that within other individuals as well, loving one another as you love yourself. It's a genuine, direct understanding of what it means to say to someone, I love you, and actually meaning it because you know that they are you receiving it on the other side, if you will, right? Whew, thank you for the awe again, friend. Political and religious dogma is making people like Kefal with the type of person to push the button, lol. The smartest person is the one who asks questions, not the one who assumes to know. Ooh, very perfectly put. I try and ask as many questions as I can, and I know that I don't know. That's one thing that I can know at least. Good one, eh? I'm accidentally becoming political when I use the word love. Damn. Instant politics, dude. Guys, love is political now. That is it. Dude, they'll be able to... No, they won't be able to ruin it. I was going to say they're going to ruin that as well, but I don't think so. We're now a voting body. Oh, brain damage. Spirituality was the subject. Cable, don't you know the world's everything political these days? Yeah, everything is just politics oriented. What does brain damage spiritual mean, friend? I've been sharing about love with you only. I also don't even I think it's a joke. I don't even know if it's serious right now. Like that's what I'm feeling from it. We managed to politicize a virus. Of course, love was next. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised actually. I played with your heart. Very deep conversation. I'm just a newbie. I love everyone and everything. And you are loved by everyone and everything as well, my friend. Thank you for sharing the love with us. My permanence, my permanent state is rage. Is it though? It's exhausting to be enraged constantly, friend. That was like, I just expelled 50% of my power. Just being rageful for a second. It's cold, quiet, and calculated. Okay. So you have a quiet burning rage, not the visceral rage. Maybe try the visceral rage, friend. Maybe it will serve you better, and it will tire you out so you don't get to be cold and calculated, if you will. It became political dogma about spiritual mental damage. You'd know. I have literally no idea what's going on. That hurts a little when I think of the people who, without their wish, maybe not, and suffering from the effects of it. To be honest, Edmund, it hurts a whole bunch. Got the virus even when they did all they could. Yep. Did you do all you could, though, Cable? That's the real question. Lamar, extreme eye contact. What? That's extreme eye contact. Nah, mate. I wouldn't. That's why I asked you what it was. Couldn't agree more, Cable. Vancouver trampoline monkey friend is here. I missed that friend. I think he was for a second, but I'm not sure if he's here anymore. This got weird. I'm out. I'm also so confused, Christy. I'm like, what's going on? I accept it, but I still wish to exchange it. Love you. Thank you, Christy. Holy shit, how much of a humble heart can drop swords? Twice as many upvoted as watchers. That's gotta say something. Thank you, Heather. I don't even know how many people are watching. I don't actually look. I'm glad you're positive, mate. It's beautiful to see. This is the way. True, way too lazy to be in a cult, right? Dude, no, no, it's way too much commitment, man. Like I feel very committed to what it is I'm doing. Even more commitment? Oh, yes, I don't have the energy. The friend who we disagreed with, their comments coming up to their bias was healing to me, a humble heart, and changed the world. Yeah, I think so as well, actually, dude. Like the fact that there was almost this arc and this understanding that was reached within that person as well. Them realizing that there is just a criticism being given without any valuable information being brought, and them recognizing that as something that needs to change. That is just beautiful to me, actually. Why love, man? We were all there. The life for the next, or perhaps the 10th, or after this. I agree, Toasty. It was refreshing. Who knows? Perhaps I'm still here, Toasty, which is why there is only love. Absolutely, Havel. This is this is the way. Getting stoned. Hey, Jovan. Thank you for joining us, my friend. We've been talking about numbers again a little bit today, actually. I mentioned the 33s thing. Hey Jovan, Jovan. Hey Edmund, Toasty, and Kevo. It's been hardcore lurking. So sleepy this morning. Lurk away, my friend. There's absolutely no shame in it. I'm sure we have a lot of lurker friends, actually. Hey, can you be my boyfriend? You're so hot. Ooh, no stock. Unfortunately, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Thank you, though. I appreciate your love. Jovan the Rogue. Yeah, ooh, 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 embarrassed. Be my boyfriend. Is a woo pronounced? E, ooh, ooh. No, I think it's like a ooh, woo, ooh, ooh, woo. Oh, ooh, I'm not. I refuse. I'm so sorry that I had to subject you to that. Ooh. That's what I always say when I see a Jovan. Love you, Jovan. There we go. Be my boyfriend. Oh, goodness. Even when you're lurking, love will find you. Like, bow chicka bow chicka wow. It is a political mental damage demon. Also non-refundable. No, that's wrong, Toasty. It's ooh you owl. Also called also a dogma. And still, I feel like my brain is I can feel things are falling apart. Like this is the end of the simulation, and now things are just going absolute mental. I have no idea what a woo is, and I'm not hip enough to guess. A woo is like something you say. It's like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, woo. Something like that. It's like some sort of animation. Where the fuck you at? I'm living in South Africa, anonymous. And such. A woo's a baby cute face, right? Like the SpongeBob face when he finds out Squidward likes Krabby Patties. It's an anime expression, Toasty knows. That is now leaked into the internet culture, I think. That is exactly what it is. Woo! What a intense stream. Friends, thank you so much for joining me here today. I always do appreciate your presence, your co-creation in this space. I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.